Should Hillary Clinton or any other woman be Commander-in-Chief? First off, to keep the PC police at bay, I love women. I love my mother, wife and daughters, and enjoyed many relationships with women before marriage, and always loved talking to and being with women. Without women in my life, I would be a very unhappy man. Ayn Rand, Margaret Thatcher, Nancy Reagan, Barbara Bush, Laura Bush are women I admire, along with many others. I also love cars. Not nearly as much as women mind, but still I love cars. As good as cars are, a Lamborghini is not a four-wheel drive Jeep. People can say I am a car chauvinist pig if they like, but after all the wailing is done, a Lamborghini is still not a Jeep. If I decided to take my Lamborghini up to the mountains and drive it like a mountain Jeep, it would end up like this wreck. It's the same with humans. Women and men have always been different models, just like Lamborghinis and Jeeps. Human males and females are designed for different things. Women have breasts for feeding babies, so they always looked after children, while men went out to hunt for food. Women could hardly be expected to hunt mammoths or wild pigs while being pregnant and feeding babies. Over hundreds of thousands of years, men evolved to be very good hunters, trackers, and warriors. They were able to throw spears or shoot arrows with great accuracy, and this came naturally to them. They were also fearless and ran to do battle without flinching. They would defend their families to the death. When confronted with such terrors, women tend to scream and cry, which is useful as it alerts males who will race over to fight without hesitation. In order to run over a three-dimensional terrain in a forest or crawl through grass to stalk prey, throw spears, shoot arrows, or blow darts at moving targets, a male's brain had to develop the ability to visualize the missile through time and space and know exactly when and with how much force to throw the missile, at what angle, taking into account gravity, wind, obstacles, sound, other tribesmen, etc. Men's brains developed this ability so they could bring in more food and protect the tribe. Women had little use for the function, as they did not hunt. This is why many women find it hard to throw very effectively, or read maps. There are exceptions to the rule, but in general these rules apply to the majority of men and women. For these reasons, men are better at hunting, fighting, map-making, mathematics, physics, trigonometry, and many other related fields, while women are better at all things related to raising children, cooking, caring, nursing, decorating, and so on. They are both essential areas, and men and women depend on each other to do their work while apart. Without their women caring for the children, men would not have time to hunt. Without their men hunting, women and their children would starve. Feminism came along very recently, just a few seconds ago in terms of evolution, and insisted that women are just as good as men at hunting, building, designing machines, warring, defending, building weapons, and everything else. That is simply untrue. It is not science, but politics. It is closer to a cult belief than anything of substance. So on the question, should Hillary Clinton or any other woman be Commander-in-Chief, the answer is no thanks. There are millions of men who would do a better job than any woman, especially Hillary, since she's an old left-winged hippie. If you place a woman in charge of US armed forces, an inherently male domain, it will be led in an inferior way. Feminists may find this terribly sexist, but such people have a habit of becoming sexist themselves when in danger. Ask a feminist trapped in a fire with her kids whether she wants a male firefighter to climb the stairs with an axe or a female firefighter, and we all know she'll pick the male. To finish, I leave you with Ayn Rand, who disliked feminists. She said it would be unspeakable to have a female commander-in-chief.
Do you believe that there is going to be a day where there's going to be a female in the White House as president, and how do you feel about that?
I wouldn't vote for her.
You would or wouldn't?
Would not.
You would not?
No.
Why not?
For many reasons.
Guys.
I've written an article about that in my former magazine. You'll have to find out my reasons there.
Yes.
The magazine is The Objectivist.
Would you not vote for her because she was a woman, even if she were better qualified than any man?
If we had followed that law, I might.
That low? I think you have a very, very
I'll
low
tell you
opinion of
why.
women.
Let me answer this. It is not to a woman's personal interest to rule men. It puts her in a very unhappy position. I don't believe that any good woman would want that position.
So you are essentially against leadership positions for women then?
No. Oh, no. A president is not the only leadership position. There are senators and congressmen and
it's all right for you if they run and be elected?
Oh, certainly, and I vote for them. But, wait a moment. A commander-in-chief of the army, a woman, I think it's unspeakable.
If you agree or disagree, please say why in the comments below. Well, that's my 2 cents worth. Talk to you again soon.